Mangroves. So, what are mangroves? To be brief, mangroves are pretty much trees or bushes that grow within water, generally in swamps. Mangroves are seen as a unique element of biodiversity in Australia. Biodiversity is used to describe the variety of life on Earth. There are approximately 13.6 million species, including microorganisms, animals, and even plants. Australia has 8% of these. 75% of the Earth's biodiversity has been found in Australia. Therefore, we are responsible for conserving and managing these biodiversities. This pretty much means that the many distributions of mangroves in Australia can show us the patterns with environmental gradients of biodiversity as an example. Brazil is known to have the largest area of mangroves in the world, with Indonesia leading second and Australia being third. The area of mangroves in Australia is so large that a total of 43 mangrove species have been found here, constituting to 58% of the world's mangrove diversity. There are 3 factors that affect the growth of mangroves: temperature, rainfall, and protection. Mangroves are found in the coastal areas of Australia, and their ideal temperature is not lower than 20 degrees Celsius, which contributes to one of the factors. Conserving mangroves is important as they aid in coastal stabilization, primary production, and assist in creating a habitat in which marine fish can be nursed. Now, the term biotic can be defined as living organisms within an ecosystem. Biotic factors have a major effect on the distribution of mangroves. Some of these feature aquatic animals, which are provided with a good habitat when a branch from a mangrove tree falls to the ground. Another one of these features include mammals and amphibians, who would live in the trees as they prefer a cooler habitat. The term abiotic can be defined as non-living organisms that affect the functioning of ecosystems. Abiotic features have a major effect on the distribution of mangroves. These include light. Too little or too much light affect the mangroves negatively. Another factor is water. Because of tides, mangroves get flooded at least twice a day. Biotic and abiotic features have a great effect on the distribution of mangroves. Without both organisms, the growth and sustainability of mangroves would be negatively impacted, and as mangroves act as a great habitat, it can endanger the homes of many different species. Mangroves have 2 specialized adaptations. The first being that mangroves have the ability to live in waterlogged environments and soil that contains no oxygen. The second is being able to tolerate brackish waters by removing salt through filtration in their roots. Mangroves are the habitat of many animals, one of them being sea snakes. The banded sea crate, its scientific name being Laticuta colubrina, is a type of venomous sea snake that is found in Australia in mangroves. They usually visit on high tides. The banded sea crate can be described as having a black head and a short nose, with generally yellow or blue rings surrounding the body of the snake. The banded sea crate is generally found in shallow, tropical waters surrounding coral reefs or islands and mangroves. They like to prey on eels by paralyzing the prey using their powerful venom, then proceed to swallow the prey whole. Breeding is limited to Australian geographic ranges, as the banded sea crate inhabit coral reefs and prefer to live in small coastal islands. There are 3 distinct species of the banded sea crate that can be easily identified by head coloration. The species is considered critically endangered by the IUCN and Australia's Environmental Protection and Biodiversity Act, but there are no specific records on their status. Unfortunately, due to logging, oil spills, and polluted water, the banded sea crate no longer has a secure habitat. Humans are having a negative impact on the species by littering and cutting down mangroves. Marine biologists have placed heavy awareness on this issue. Not only are the banded sea crates endangered, but they do not have a safe habitat. They have tried to tackle these issues by raising awareness on their endangerment, increasing fines for littering, and fighting the issue of oil spills through scientific research. Humans should take initiative in protecting this endangered species, mangroves, and other animals that rely on mangroves as a secure and cool habitat. If we continuously pollute our waters and endanger several species, our economy will be destroyed and the environmental cycle will be affected. Mangroves hold the home of over thousands of species in Australia, which is why we need to take responsibility and act now.